G'day, mate. Welcome to Mountain. This is Chloe. We are together, falling in love with our true selves. You've probably heard the saying, failure is the mother of success. It means we shouldn't lose the heart after failing. If we keep trying, we will eventually succeed. But there's also a phrase, habit becomes second nature. Doesn't that suggest if we keep failing, we will just keep failing? So, what happens to that promised success? Which one of these sayings has been misleading us all this time? Today, let's explore success and failure to understand how the brain works. If we could learn what makes our brain both tick, wouldn't life's challenges become a lot easier to solve? How does the brain work like a lion? Modern neuroscience research shows that the human brain is like a lion. When people walk on it, the grass gets flattened, leaving a path. Later, others will follow that path, whether it's good, right, or not. This means a path to success can be formed in the brain. So, when we do something again, we take the same success path. But if a failure path is made, failure will likely happen again. From this view, the mother of success is really success itself. We need to create a neural pathway for doing things right, so that next time we do it well. How does the Lawn principle explain habit formation? Our brain's Lawn-like principle explains habit formation well. Good habits are like paths carefully made for walking, while bad habits are like paths are worn out randomly. Trampled parts of a lawn are hard to fix. Replanted grass takes longer to match the height of untouched grass. Worse, people keep walking over it, damaging the new growth. That is why fixing bad habits is much harder than forming good habits. Essentially, success comes from many good habits combined, while failure results from a few very destructive bad habits. How does the brain's lawn-like principle work? To explain how the brain works like a lion, I've brought in somehow the brainwave little ones. These are our nerve cells and electrical signals that move between them. From the moment you are born, everything you do, listening, speaking, seeing, feeling, and acting, is managed by them. They handle everything from breathing and heartbeat to memory, learning, and even emotions like love and hate. How well these little ones work affects your well-being, and it's up to you to keep them working well. Don't doubt it. You are important. Not convinced? Let's continue. How do bad habits form? When you are about to do something, like crossing the street, your brain is getting ready to complete a task. Here's how it works. Brainwave little one number 1 travels from point A to point B, showing how you approach tasks. If your method isn't good, like crossing without a crossword, then the brainwave little one takes a crooked path. That's how a bad habit starts. When you are crossing the street again, brainwave little one number 2 arrives at the point A and needs to get to point B. Number 2 sees a crooked path on the brain lawn, leading to B. What should be done now? Never mind. Just go ahead and try it. So brainwave later one, number 2, also takes a crooked path from A to B, and you cross the street again without using the crosswalk, doing it the wrong way. That's how reinforcing the wrong path brings you closer to forming bad habits. From then on, more brainwave later one travel from point A to point B and see the easy-to-follow crooked path. That's why you might uncontrollably break traffic rules. That's how you naturally keep doing things the wrong way, leading to bad habits. How can you correct the bad habits? Once bad habits form, you are likely to make mistakes which might catch the attention of leaders or teachers. You could also face consequences like fines, losing friends, or getting hurt. In any case, you will start to break the habit, either with help from others or on your own. At this point, the administered squad of brainwave little ones kicks in. Their job is to block the wrong path in the brain line and build new, correct one. In real life, when the brainwave administrators are active, you gain self-control, stopping you from slipping into bad habits. For example, if you think, I will just cross here, another thought quick follows. No, that's not right. The brainwave administrator who spots the crooked path gathers more to help. First, they put up a no entering sign at the crooked path, then build a correct path from point A to point B. This is how you work hard to break a bad habit and build a good one. However, as mentioned earlier, correcting bad habits is very tough. Erasing the wrong pathways in the brain and rebuilding the right ones is hard work. Even with no entrance signs, some brainwaves still try to take the crooked pathways. The administrators will stop them, using force if needed, and some might even sacrifice themselves. You probably agree that once a bad habit forms, even with strong self-control and reminders from others, you might still sometimes give in. It feels easier to stick to bad habits. For example, you know you need to manage your weight and even join a diet group to help with daily sugar and calorie control. But suddenly, you will find yourself opening a food delivery app, right? The administrator's efforts weaken the wrong brain pathways and strengthen the right ones. The brainwave later ones can then follow a smooth path, building good habits. However, many administrators sacrifice themselves in the process. These sacrificed brainwave administrators symbolize the effort you put into becoming good again. It could be your sweat, lost leisure time, or even the cost of blood and tears. This also includes the support of family and friends who urged you on. By now, you should understand how the brainwave later ones work. So, do you see the link between success and failure? Failure is the mother of success means we must learn from our mistakes, adjust our methods, and try again. Even if you don't fully succeed, it is still a process if you are closer to success than before. If you grasp this idea, then my work today can be seen as a small success. Oops, I almost forgot to stress that we should all aim to form good habits from the start. In this episode, we learned about how our brain works. If we face failure, we should avoid ending with failure, review the process, analyze it, identify pitfalls, and find a way to do better next time. Mentally rehearse this improved method to aim for success with repeated practice and feedback. We will keep refining our success path and reach our peak. Subscribe and click the bell for updates on a new content and psychology insights. In future episodes, we will explore tips from increasing happiness and popular MBTI topics. Thanks for watching and stay tuned. See ya!